Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we're going to do a champion guide on one of the best crowd control champs in the game. He's a Void Legendary, very difficult to get. This is going to be for those people that have actually pulled him. There's 521 reviews. That's probably nearly everyone that's got him. No, look, this guy, I've had him for a long time actually. When I first pulled him, I thought to myself, man, that's not who I was after. That's not the Void Legendary I wanted. Now I look at him completely different. He is a beast in this game. He's also one of the coolest skins in the game for me. I really love his appearance. I really love this kind of massive whacking stick with a ball on the end. I love the kind of runes that are glowing on him. Just all in all, I think he's actually insane in terms of design. I think he's super cool. So what I want to talk through is where can you use him, how do you use him, how should you build him? And this kind of depends where you are in the game, I think. But yeah, for me, awesome looking champ. Anyway, let's get into his skills. So he's got an A1, which is a double hitter. That's important to know. So he's actually got a few double hitters in his kit, a couple of double hitters, which is quite nice. Places another extra hit if the target's got freeze. So actually this becomes a triple hit if they're frozen. He's got an A2, which freezes everyone. If you book him out, it's a 100% chance to freeze everyone on the enemy team. Now, for dungeons, this is insane. For spiders, this is top draw, especially when you pair it with an HP burn. And he also gets an extra turn after he's done it. So he can do the full freeze and then go in and do some damage. So his A3 has actually got some quite nice multipliers on it. Attacks one enemy and will hit again if they're frozen. So actually a hit twice if you're up against a frozen champ. And he's got a passive as well, which is kind of nice. And people overlook this passive. A 50% chance of placing a freeze debuff on the attacker, so someone attacking you, for one turn if this champion loses more than 20% of their max HP on one attack. So if he loses a fifth of his health or more, there's a 1 in 2 chance that that person who hit you is going to get frozen. Now this is quite a nice little debuff here to put into his kit. I actually used to run him early game when I pulled him, probably talking 6 months ago. I used to run him in artifacts that would basically make him quite tanky, but keep him alive. So I didn't aim to do any damage on him. I just aimed to use that passive because I wasn't really killing people one shot back then. Nowadays I run him completely different. Nowadays I run him as a freeze champ. So he's out there to freeze the enemy team, crowd control that team, and make sure that my nukers get as much time as they need to do their damage. So let me show you how I've done his masteries. And that's the purpose of this mastery set. So this mastery set is all about landing the freeze, and once that freeze is landed, trying to do a bit of damage. Okay, one of the other things actually I forgot to mention on his A2. His A2 also removes a buff. I should have mentioned that. It's a massive part of his kit. So when he's placing that freeze, he actually, if you're up against someone with a shield set, he removes the shield first, then he freezes, and then he gets an attack. It's actually insane. For the arena, if you're up against Krisk, you remove all of that Krisk freeze, then he gets his attack. It's actually insane part of that kit. I should have said it. So, you need accuracy to do all of those things. You need accuracy to remove the shield. You need accuracy to land your freeze. So you definitely want to have a high accuracy set, which is why now, because that's what I specialize him in accuracy now, I've put him as Eagle Eye as his main stat. I used to run him with Helm Smasher, and he does do damage, guys. You know, if you're like mid-tier arena and you don't need to be running 400 or 500 accuracy, you can run him at 200 accuracy, get Helm Smasher on him, and it will nuke. It will take someone out totally. He will easily one-shot a Rotus if you've got Helm Smasher on him and you've got him built with a bit of crits. So the way I've got mine geared, I've gone for crit rate gloves, but on every piece of kit, he's got a low base speed, okay? Every piece of kit I've gone for speed rolls and accuracy rolls. That's what I'm looking for. So crit rate was nice to have, but he does hit hard, so I do want some crit rate on him. But every single piece of gear, I've gone for speed. I should have got more accuracy in some of these pieces. Speed and accuracy. If anything, I should be looking again and saying, I do need a high speed on him because I need him to go second, but I kind of want it to be like this. Speed and accuracy together, but without losing too much of that speed. Because really I want to be pushing up to like the 500 accuracies on my champs for the level of arena that I play at. But I lose a bit too much speed. I think that's why I've ended up doing it. Like this piece here is definitely a better piece on him. Speed, just a couple less. Accuracy gives me another 23. That is what I want to be looking for. Probably should do the same here, but I doubt I get the same sort of level of speed doing it because I've rolled high there. But again, I would want to be looking for speed and accuracy together, and you want both of them to be high. You almost want rolls in both. If I was not fussed about the speed, I would definitely take this. Look at that accuracy there. But that's what you're looking for. So speed and accuracy together. If you can get those two things, the next kind of substats you're after are crit rate and crit damage. But they're definitely secondary. So this one here would be nice. But I already want that for Warlord. So you can see what I'm looking for anyway. Speed and accuracy on kind of every piece. Now that would be insane on him. But again, I'm kind of using some of these other really strong pieces on champions that I've got built in the same style as this guy. Speed and accuracy on every piece so that you just kind of buff up his chance to go second and you make sure that he lands his freeze. You see on my banner, I've got accuracy banner with speed rolls. On my amulet, because I've got quite a high crit rate, I've gone for crit damage with accuracy rolls. And then I've gone for attack on his ring because I don't expect him to do too much more than freeze, then kill. If I was trying to build him to be more like a dungeon champ, I would probably get a bit more defense into his build somewhere. So what I'm going to show you is, first I'm going to show you how strong he can be in Spider, which I think is his second best place. So Spider, this rating here for Spider is actually way wrong. This is what he is for Spider. Because if you pair him with an HP burn, those two things synergizing together are actually mental. And I'll show you that in a minute. Faction Wars is his other strongest place. He is insane for Faction Wars. He rips a buff off of everyone when he does his freeze. Then he does some damage and he lets the rest of your team just nuke. So he's absolutely easily a 5 for Faction Wars. He's got multi-hits, but he doesn't freeze the Fire Knight, so that multi-hit doesn't work. So I'd say, low ratings in some of these other places. Fire Knights, I wouldn't really use him there. He will help you like crowd control waves. Maybe that's a little bit too harsh. He will help you crowd control waves, but that's kind of it. He's kind of okay in these places. Fine for minnows, but nothing amazing. Ice Golems, he will freeze that second wave kind of nice. So we can show that. Dragons, I just don't think it's his spot. Again, crowd controlling the wave, yes, but nothing more than that. Magic Keep. Magic Keep, he can steal away the buff that she puts on herself with his freeze. So he won't freeze her, but he will steal the buff. So I think he's actually kind of top tier there. Clan Boss, just useless for Clan Boss. Horse Keep, again, he can steal away the increased defense buff. So kind of good there. Campaign. For Nightmare Campaign, I guess you could run him like high tank, high speed, so that he could freeze the ads and let your damage dealer do the damage. So for Nightmare Campaign, he could be a little bit useful, but he's kind of squishy, so I don't know how long he'd last doing that. That's kind of the only way I could see him running. But Arena, it's what he's all about. Arena is top draw. Anyone who's not rated 5s here have not played him in the Arena properly. He is a 5 for the Arena easily. One of the best. One of the best out there for the Arena. So let's show him then in a couple of bits of content. Let's show him first in Spider. And I'll show you what I mean about how strong HP burn with a freeze champion can be. So I think I'm actually going to run Kantra. I don't know where she just went. Where you gone, girl? So we're going to put freeze in there for crowd control. I'm going to run. He's actually got an aura, which is faction crypt only, so it's not going to help us here. Put Kantra back in. She's only a 50 for me, so I don't know if she's going to do the job, but we'll try. Decrease defense, turn meter control, tank, HP burn, freeze. Right, watch this. So if you're running Ultimate Gaelic without someone who increases attack, you need to click the spider on auto. But you watch, so Girga is going to freeze these up nice so that they don't do anything for a while. And then he's going to go in and roll in with a bit of damage. We get a decreased defense out there. So Cantra obviously gains health for every debuff that drops off. And you're going to watch now. So HP burn will go out. And you watch all of these spiderlings that are just not moving but burning because they're frozen. Or they were frozen. Anyone that's still frozen goes to move, doesn't actually move, but still burns the main boss. And still burns the rest of the crowd. So basically what we get is like almost like a free turn. A free turn to do a bunch of damage. I could probably do with maybe a little bit more turn meter control on this team, maybe. And obviously Cantra is healing every time these debuffs wear off. So there's the freeze again. Rolls in with the damage. Any of these ones that would burn, still burn. They still burn exactly the same. So we basically get free damage out on the boss. You can do this same tactic with any of the AoE freeze champions like Shiramani. But what you want is to not do too much damage. Shiramani does damage when she puts her freeze out. Girga does not do damage when he puts his freeze out, which makes him kind of mental for it. Heartseeker finished the job, 1 minute 19. Spider didn't get a go. We got a level 50. I could probably do this with my level 50 Ultimate Gaelic as well in there. And then obviously we've got good champs in the other spots. But it shows the power of Girga in that team, because without him in that team, we lose. We lose that run. But you could even run, I'm just going to try it actually. Let's throw the level 50 Ultimate Gaelic in. I think it makes no difference. Level 50, both of these guys have got no masteries, not fully ascended, 2 level 50s in there. It really shows the power of a freeze champ for this type of run. It might be, so we've missed one. I don't even know why we missed one. I mean, maybe it's just a random chance because we shouldn't be missing any. But so we're tanking it up, fine. It's basically the same run. My dogs are going silly in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. They're really annoying. They're really annoying when I'm trying to do a video. But yeah, basically doing the same thing. So the HP burns still roll through. The healing's the same. The freeze goes out there again. He's like, I haven't finished yet. You're still frozen, fellas. Stop moving. I haven't finished yet. I've got mine in Crazy Deer. He's very fast. He's got crazy accuracy. Yes. But the idea is the same. So yeah, maybe actually you guys, if you're not running that sort of level of speed, it would take you probably another cycle to get your freeze back potentially. But I mean, he is just kind of bonkers champ. So we now got 2 level 50s doing the work. So actually he did get a reset. He got a reset just about. This is probably a Heartseeker here, I think. Oh no, it's not. Don't let me down, guys. Don't let me down, level 50s. There's the freeze again. It's just busted, right? The rotation of that freeze is actually kind of busted. The speed that it comes back. Gonna be close. I might not quite do it, but I mean, you can see how close it is with 2 level 50s in the mix. And I think maybe I just got like a slightly unlucky RNG run. I'm gonna leave it in the video because it was close. But you kind of get a feel for what I'm doing now. And I've really not tweaked anybody to do anything other than a basic job here. Are you going to do this anyway for a stag? Are you going to finish this up? No. There you go. 2 minutes of your life wasted. Sorry about that. But it's so close, right? It's so close. Next thing I want to show you is Ice Golem. So in Ice Golem, level 20. Does this team work? Maybe I just want to get some sort of support, some sort of shielding or something going on. Or maybe some sort of speed going on. I'm worried about wave 2. I'm worried about wave 2 just absolutely killing me without Seer out there. Maybe we do this. What else do I want? Maybe we throw a Kaimar in. Maybe this guy. Okay, let's try this. So, I mean, what does he bring in any dungeon? He brings that. AoE freeze. AoE freeze, 100% chance to land if your team are booked. It's just massive. Like, it's such a crazy ability. So, the thing to be aware of with freeze is once the opponents are frozen, you do less damage. You do 75% of your normal damage, but they can't do anything. So, it's kind of busted still. So, because you do less damage, it's slightly worse than doing a stun. So, freeze here straight away on this wave gives you a full cycle of abilities so that you haven't got that shriek coming at you. The shriek is what kills you on this wave, not anything else. If they put the shriek out, he actually freezes it off. He takes a layer of buffs off. So even then, he can still be absolutely busted. But the two problems are down. Obviously, got Rotus in there doing silly damage and stuff. On the main boss, when you get to this stage, what's he doing? Freezes the two side adds. So they're not going to get their turn. They're not going to be able to put decreased defense on you or reduce healing on you. So from that point, again, pretty solid. He's not overpowered at this sort of stuff, but he's just quite a hard carry. Quite a hard carry to enable you to do your work. So yeah, for me, actually, go on, do him. Yeah, for me, pretty mental at doing that type of stuff. And then obviously we're going to kill the boss. So all of that's fine. I'm not going to make you watch that. We're going to skip past that. But that is, again, sort of, two really strong areas of the game. The last one, and easily his strongest area of the game, is Arena. So let's go for a refresh. The best opponent he can face is a Krisk, but not when they've got a Siphi. Siphi's got a passive that just removes freeze 50% of the time, which is kind of annoying. If Siphi wasn't out there, he would be top draw. But if any of these guys have got a freeze in their kits, sorry, not freeze, what am I saying? If any of these guys have got a shield set on, he will just freeze it away. It's like freezer burn. So they've got shields on, perfect. So what I don't want to do here is freeze myself, so I'm not going to speed myself up. I'm actually just going to try and put weaken out there on someone. Maybe this Toolman. Didn't get it. These guys have got crazy high resistance, so I might not even land my freeze everywhere. We'll see. We did. We landed it everywhere. So we landed freeze, remove shield, remove shield, remove shield. I didn't remove shield here, so 1 out of the 8 chances for my accuracy to beat their resistance didn't work. But you see now, I also get an extra turn. So I'm going to go in, roll in on someone, and just do some damage. I'm probably going to do some damage to this Tormund because I want my Rotus to kill him. We then try and drop their defense. Again, we've got to try and get past that. The accuracy check, which we did. Tormund, I kind of want a one-shot with my Rotus. There he goes. He's not getting revived now. And because of that, I can now speed people up. So now we can come in and try and take down. We know that she resurrects, so I'm going to try and do her next. Bam. Try and remove all that stuff. We did. A couple of fears out there. Nice. See if we can drop some turn meter here. Yes. Foley then comes in as a laugh. See you later. And at this point, everyone's dead. And we win the game. Why did we win the game? Because they missed a whole turn because they were frozen. That's actually why we won this game. So you cannot underestimate the power of freeze in the arena. And Girga is the best one in the game for it for me because he also removes that shield. The worst thing that happened in the game for Girga was Siphi. The worst thing that happened in this game was Siphi. So guys, that is my guide. Gurgh the Augur, absolutely top draw. If you play him in Faction Wars, he's equally as good. Brilliant champ, great Void Legendary, really well balanced. I love him. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.